Good evening and welcome to the News Hour Agenda. I'm Madhavdas Gopalakrishnan. Viewers, it's less than a week for the Kanwar Yatra to begin across Uttar Pradesh, but an advisory from Muzaffarnagar police has created ripples across the nation. Now, the police in Muzaffarnagar have asked eateries and other street vendors along the Kanwar Yatra route to display the names of the owners of these outlets. Administration has cited that during the month of Shravan, Kanwar Yatris follow certain dietary restrictions and generally don't prefer buying from stores where food is non-veg or non-fast compliant. I beg your pardon. The administration has added that this was being done to avoid any confusion for the Yatris. Listen in to the administration's version.
देखिए, कांवड़ की तैयारियां शुरू हो गई और हमारे जनपद में लगभग 240 किलोमीटर का कांवड़ मार्ग है। इसमें जितने भी खान पान के दुकानें हैं, चाहे वो होटल, ढाबे, ठेले, जहां से भी कांवड़िए अपने खाद्य सामग्री खरीद सकते हैं, उन सबको ये निर्देशित किया गया है कि अपने प्रोप्राइटर के या काम करने वालों के नाम जरूर डिस्प्ले करें। ये इसलिए जरूरी है ताकि किसी प्रकार का कोई कंफ्यूजन किसी भी कांवड़िए के अंदर ना रहे और ऐसी स्थिति ना उत्पन्न हो कि कहीं कोई आरोप प्रत्यारोप हो और बाद में कानून व्यवस्था की स्थिति उत्पन्न हो, इसलिए ऐसा निर्देश दिया गया है।
However, later the Muzaffarnagar police has clarified that the decision was voluntary. Meanwhile, opposition has claimed that this was another bid by the state to target the Muslim community. Opposition parties have added that this move was akin to apartheid in South Africa and Juden boycott in Nazi Germany. Listen in to these reactions.
कि जब से वो उत्तर प्रदेश की सरकार ने ऑर्डर दिया है, मुजफ्फरनगर में जितने ढाबे हैं उन ढाबों से मुस्लिम एम्प्लॉइज को निकाल दिया गया है। कि ये जो ऑर्डर है उत्तर प्रदेश की योगी आदित्यनाथ सरकार का, ऐसा दिख रहा है कि हिटलर की रूह उनमें समा चुकी है।
बिल्कुल इसको वापस लेना चाहिए और तत्काल ऐसे अधिकारियों को सेवा नियमावली के तहत इनको बर्खास्त करना चाहिए।
सवाल ये है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी जिस नकारात्मक राजनीति को करती है, अगर उसी नकारात्मक राजनीति को अधिकारी आगे बढ़ाने लगेंगे, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के एजेंडे को आगे बढ़ाने लगेंगे, तो ये बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है।
It is against the very constitution of Sarva Dharma Samobhava.
On the other hand, BJP maintains that this was a mere administrative decision to maintain the law and order on the route from where the Yatra passes. BJP slammed the opposition for using this opportunity to gain political mileage. Listen in to the war of words.
मगर मुझे एक बात नहीं समझ में आती है, ये पता नहीं क्यों हमारे विरोधी कोई भी विषय होता है वो नाम और पहचान छुपाने वालों के साथ क्यों खड़े हो जाते। मतलब वो आसाम से लेके केरल तक हो, मगर पहचान छुपाने वालों के लिए इतने अरमान दिल में क्यों छुपे रहते हैं।
कांवड़ यात्रा पर निकलते हैं, उनकी कई मान्यताएं होती है, उनको ये एक अवसर मिले कि वो तय कर पाए कि उनकी मान्यताओं के अनुसार कोई दिग्भ्रमित होने की सिचुएशन ना बने और उसके हिसाब से वो निर्णय कर सके कि उनको कहां से क्या प्रोक्योर करके कुछ खाना है, पीना है। तो भाई वो सेकुलरिज्म का सबसे बड़ा खतरा ये किस प्रकार से बोला जा रहा है।
नहीं, ये फरमान नहीं है। आप अपनी आइडेंटिटी कोई भी इंसान ना छुपाए। मैं मोहसिन रजा हूं, अगर मैं दरवाजे पर महेश लिखवा दूं तो कैसे चलेगा भाई? यहाँ तो आप मेरे घर आए हैं ना, तो मोहसिन रजा साहब के ही तो घर आए हैं ना। ये देश हमारा जो है सबको मान्यता देता है ना। यहाँ तो भेदभाव सरकार कर नहीं रही, तो हम क्यों भेदभाव करें या कोई और भेदभाव करे क्यों?
There's some breaking news coming in. A reaction coming in from BJP's Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, and in fact, amidst this face-off politically, the former union minister has cited the hasty order, saying that faith must be respected. He has said that can't patronize untouchability. Let's take this across to Pragya, who's joining us. Pragya, in this tweet by the Union Minister Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, quite uncharacteristic, but he appears to be dissenting with this particular decision of the UP government, calling it a hasty decision.
Well, Madhav, and if you look at the tweet, he is also saying that you are trying to promote untouchability, and this is not done because this society is of equitable people and it promotes equality. But he also blames administration for that, and in fact officials for that. He's not attacking the leadership, he's not attacking the chief minister, but there is a very calibrated attack on the officials. And we are hearing this particular sort of voices coming from Uttar Pradesh where they are attacking the officials saying that they are working for a particular party and they are working against the interest of the party people and also against the masses. So this could be seen in a way he is promoting that particular sentiment as well, and he is putting that out for everyone to see. This is one of the incidents where Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi has spoken very clearly about his sentiments. Right. Generally, he tried to resort to and stick to the party policies and party line. But this is one of incident where he has come out and accused the officials of promoting division and divisiveness, and also accusing
that's
them
certainly
of
the subject matter which opposition is likely to pick up on as well. I'd like to thank you, Pragya, for joining us and putting out what the former Union Minister and former Member of Parliament, Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, has said on social media X.
You're watching the News Hour at 10, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And joining us on the show, we have with us Kaushal Kant Mishra, who's a BJP spokesperson. We also have Ishkaran Bhandari, Supreme Court advocate. Rohit Agarwal of the RLD joins us, as does Vivek Sailas of the Samajwadi Party. Lukesh Jindal is a political analyst with us, and we also have Haji Mehraddin Rangrez from the AIMIM. Atikur Rahman, political analyst, also joins us on the show. Let me start first and foremost with Dr. Kaushal Kant Mishra. Dr. Kaushal Kant Mishra, Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi, someone who's not known for disagreeing with the party line, but in this particular case, it's a very strongly worded tweet where he calls it a hasty decision and one that promotes untouchability, if I've got it right.
Madhav, I think what is his tweet, I am not going to comment on that, but what is the line that it is under the Constitution ambit, and Consumer Protection Act 1986 clearly say that every consumer has right to choose, right to inform, right to education, right to redressal, and right to safety. According to this Act of 1986, every consumer has right to know what he is buying, where he is buying, what is quality, what is manufacturing, how it is happening. So if it is just a routine practice to just convey some local rules related to this Kavan Yatra, because Samajwadi Party is such a party which stopped the Kavan Yatra, and right now we are addressing the issue, because every time whenever there is Kavan Yatra, there is some issue related to the this inter-religion practices and anything which is fed or which is sold as per non-practicing thing, means against the Hindu culture, Hindu ethics and Hindu ethos. So that is why the administration has clearly ordered that everybody should display his name, and it's for consumer's choice whether he should go and buy his thing or not. I don't see anything unconstitutional on this thing.
But you don't think this could lead to charges of division? Because, you've seen from MIM to various political parties compare it to Nazi Germany. There are those who said it's like South African apartheid. The charge is that this promotes division.
Madhav, our country is so much consumable that they are consuming halal economy for so many years, and halal economy clearly says that anybody, I am not talking about halal food, I am very clear, I am not talking about halal meat, I am talking about halal economy. The certificate provided by the private agencies which says that if halal product is a certificate has to be given, it should be produced by them, sold by them, packed by them, marketed by them. So if our country is accepting such our heart is so big that we are accepting such a discriminatory halal certificates in our country, this is not discriminatory at all. It is a country of Bhaichara, and I don't feel there is any risk to Bhaichara, because we have accepted for so many years halal economy.
Okay, let me bring in Vivek Sailas. First and foremost, Vivek Sailas, he says that there is nothing discriminatory. He also adds that it's unlike what happened during the Samajwadi Party, where you stopped the Kavar Yatra. Please respond to that.
It is absolutely discrimination, definitely, no doubt about it. If you have to eat vegetarian food, then you have to see the menu, not the owner of the restaurant. You go to a restaurant, you see the menu, you order your things. Suppose if I have a restaurant, or if a Hindu has a restaurant but the cook is Muslim, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with the waiters? If the waiter is a Muslim or a Hindu, how can they be identified? I think it is absolutely the Uttar Pradesh government is incompetent, it's incapable, and it's confused, and it's scared also. The Bharatiya Janata Party, the leaders who are putting their fingers on their own government and saying that government is actually has become incapable are absolutely right. We have seen days and times when Hindu and Muslims used to celebrate their festivals together, be it Eid, Diwali, Holi, or even, Christmas for that matter. There was no discrimination at all. But tomorrow the Bharatiya Janata Party may say, this shop belongs to the Dalit, this belongs to the OBC, this belongs to the upper caste, this belongs to the minority. I know what is happening in this country.
Vivek Saras, may I ask you a simple question? May I ask you a simple question? There are those who would like to eat food where there are certain practices where people don't like to eat food where there is any other kind of non-vegetarian food being cooked in the same kitchen, for instance, because utensils may be reused, etc. So that's a valid concern, is it not? Particularly when people go on fast. There are those who may eat non-vegetarian at other times, but when they're on a fast, they would want to strictly adhere to whatever the norms of that particular fast are.
We are talking about Muzaffarnagar, right? But people don't know. I would like your viewers to know there's a very pious place in Uttar Pradesh that is called the Shiv Dwar in Sonbhat district, where all the people from Mirzapur, Prayagraj, Bundelkhand, Ghazipur, Chandauli, and even from Varanasi, they come and offer their prayers. What about them? If the Bharatiya Janata Party has to do, they don't have to be selective. Do there? Have they done there? No, they have not done there. Because this is the thing which Bharatiya Janata Party is trying to polarize again. And let the people decide. I'm telling you, Madhav, let the people, the show, your show is very famous. Yes. The people who are watching the show, let them decide.
Okay. Let me bring in one by one. One by one, I have to bring in all the panelists, so please be a little patient. I want to bring in Ishkaran on 2 points. Ishkaran, this is discriminatory. This is, I'm just coming to you. You can come back on this, Mr. Mishra. There are 4 panelists who have not even spoken yet. We're 10 minutes into the debate. Please bear with me. Ishkaran, a simple question coming in over here is that A, this is only being done in Muzaffarnagar, not being done in other parts of the state, and saying that, what's the end to this? It's the destruction of the Ganga Jamuni Tehzeeb of Uttar Pradesh is a charge that is coming in from opposition. Please respond to both those points.
Madhav, I cannot imagine a greater myth than Ganga Jamuni Tehzeeb, which is a very convenient way to put agenda which is very often sectarian. But let me come to the hypocrisy point. It's a simple question anybody can answer. Can a non-Muslim make halal meat? Can halal meat be made without reciting prayers belonging to a specific religion? If the answer to both of them is no, and we have multiple shops. Before sitting here, I just Googled on the Google map, put the word halal. You have nth numbers of shops, and anybody can Google it, coming with halal meat, halal restaurant, halal pizza, halal this, halal that, which is allowed in this country because the law allows it. So when a law allows an exclusive practice where you can propagate how it is made,
then make a law.
Why would you not want consumers to be informed?
What is the problem?
It's okay. Let him complete, sir. Let him make his point.
I didn't interrupt you.
Nobody interrupted you. Let him make his point.
That's the problem. Because it pains them.
Yes.
It pains them.
It doesn't pain.
Continue. One second.
Make a law.
Vivek,
make a law.
Vivek, please bear with me. Let him complete his point, then you can come in. Yes.
Let me answer. Law already is there. Law already is there. Okay.
Then implement it.
Lack of knowledge of law is not my problem. Law already exists. I'm coming to. Now let me answer that. So, and I will not be vague and say about the entire what sort of products are being covered under halal now, from namkeen to sharbat to everything. I will stick to the specific point. When you allow non-veg halal, because this country allows it, why should a citizen going on a religious yatra not be fully informed to make his choice? The consumer, the acts in this country on food, on health, tell you to even specify each and every ingredient put in a food product. The consumer should have absolute knowledge and transparency of every step and every stage. After that, it's a consumer's choice. For those who say that it will lead to discrimination, then I ask this question, is halal food, and in certain types, this is something your viewers may not know, in certain places, in a captive audience, supposing you are in a train, you are in a plane, sometimes there, only halal food is served. Is that not discriminatory? So please, when you talk about discrimination, let us know the foundation. All that has happened here is that you will be informed fully, and I'm not even going into religious sentiments or law and order issues. Purely on a consumer point of view, the consumer has the right to know every and each detail of the food he is buying, and there should be nobody who should shy away from that. in a nation where we proudly display halal meat.
Okay, let me bring in Atikur Rahman on that. I think Atikur Rahman, Ishkaran has a point where he says that why discriminate? If it's allowed in one religion, then certain practices and beliefs that are allowed in another religion should also be practiced in the same manner when it comes to something as personal as food.
Madhav, I endorse all those who are endorsing this particular administrative action by the police, if and only if they sign a declaration, including myself, if I am so careful about, religious sentiments, that from now onwards, if I or any of my kith and kin meet, God forbid, meet with an accident, we will take the blood transfusion given without any ramifications of such kind.
What are you saying, sir?
These are psychopathic tendencies, Madhav,
sir,
I
what
tell
are you saying?
In an
Do
emergency,
hospitals discriminate on the basis of religion?
If the same people can get blood, if the same people can get blood for themselves and their kith and kin, why do they check all these psychopathic tendencies? Declaring the names is a different issue, and checking what exactly is not fit for them during religious yatras is a different thing. By mixing up and checking the names of people is clearly not only communal, I say, but psychopathic.
Okay, Ishkaran wants to respond to you. It's clear communalizing because you're profiling individuals. That's the charge coming in.
Simple question. I will respond to the simple question. Simple question. When I asked you, can a non-Muslim make halal meat? Can you make halal meat without reciting prayers? And is that all the words you used, I won't want to use the words, do the words fit into an exclusively prepared meat or not? I'm asking you a simple question. Then is that halal as per law, as per your practices, is it or is it not? Secondly, would you eat jhatka meat? Will you not eat jhatka meat? Will you eat jhatka meat? Will you not eat jhatka meat? A simple question to you.
Yeah,
will you eat jhatka meat? Will you not eat jhatka meat? Because blood example you are giving, then by
the memes.
You will eat. So when the halal itself tells you how a thing is made, that is the purpose. The entire purpose of halal is to say how it is made. That is the entire purpose behind it. The entire purpose. Madhav, let me answer this.
Yeah.
This is saying I won't hold my ear like this, I will hold my ear like this. What is the entire purpose of saying halal? What is the entire purpose of saying halal? Is it not a religious purpose to write halal on a shop? Or is it a secular purpose? Is it a secular purpose or is it a religious purpose to write halal?
All Muslim restaurants do have Hindus cooking the meat. Hindus are cooking the meals in Muslim restaurants. What
I have a simple question. Please
that is not
that.
No, one second.
Please answer that.
I think we're mixing up two issues here. One second. Let me just come in now. One second. Let me just come in now, Ishkaran and Mr. Atikur Rahman. I think we're mixing up two different issues. Both of you may have valid points in terms of what you're saying, but in the current context, we are mixing up two issues. The point at the end of the day, and I want to bring in Rohit Agarwal on one point. Rohit Agarwal, you have another alliance partner of the NDA, Mr. K.C. Tyagi. I'm just quoting him. He says that Kanwar Yatra is a event of both Hindus and Muslims. Many shopkeepers here are Muslim. It's important that antisocial elements don't spoil the event, but no religious discrimination should take place. So this is the stated position of the JDU. I just read out earlier what Mr. Naqvi is saying. So there is a lot of criticism coming in of this move, even from those who are supporters of the NDA government. Rohit Agarwal.
See, Madhav, actually, the opposition have no issues, no real issues, so they are creating unrequired issues. See, what is the problem if transparency is there? What is the problem if you know who is the owner of the restaurant? And as per the GST norms also, you should put your trade name, you should put your owner's name, proprietor name, and you should put your GST number. Now, what I don't understand. See, what is actual the problem is? Nobody is asking who are your employees. Nobody is asking you just put the profile of your employees. It is just only about the owner identity, and you cannot deny a caste system in our country. And why too shy to write your full name?
Caste system.
Why too
what
shy
does caste system
to
have
write
to do
your
with
full
this?
Name?
What does caste system have to do? Are you saying you should propagate caste? What are you saying,
No,
Rohit
I'm not
Agarwal?
saying. See, we are from the party who have always talk about diversification, who has always talk about to break the caste system, who has always talk about and promoted intercaste marriages. But I don't understand that what is the problem if transparency is there? What is the problem if you are writing my name as a Rohit Agarwal? Is there is any issue in that? Why can't I be transparent to the to my customer that
Okay.
who I am?
Let me bring in
It is
Mr.
just
Haji
the
Meherdin
name of the
Rangez, who's
owner we are
spokesperson of
giving.
MIM. हाजी महरदीन रंगरेज, ये सिर्फ ट्रांसपेरेंसी के लिए एक मूव है और कोई इरादा नहीं है. ट्रांसपेरेंसी होनी चाहिए, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन आउट ऑफ हैंड नहीं होना चाहिए, इसीलिए पुलिस ने यह कदम उठाया.
देखिए, एक तुगलकी फरमान है जिसको जो है जो यूपी की जो गवर्नमेंट है और जो वहाँ की पुलिस है वो एक फरमान जारी करती है और ये जो कि संविधान के धारा 17 के खिलाफ है जो सेक्शन
तो पार्टी के नाम में ही मुसलमान का नाम है.
एक सेकंड, रोहित अग्रवाल, let him make his point. He just started speaking. You can respond to him, sir. You can respond to him. Let him make his point at least. One second, Rohit. Let's not do this. Let's not shout over each other. It's an emotional subject. Others, if everyone starts talking, it becomes very difficult. Yes.
संविधान के 17 आर्टिकल के ये खिलाफ है, इसलिए हम इसका विरोध कर रहे हैं. दूसरा, ये जो भेदभाव वाला जो तरीका है और भाजपा के जितने भी शीर्ष नेता के नेता वो खुलेआम मुसलमानों के सामाजिक बहिष्कार की बात करते हैं. ये फरमान कहता है कि मुसलमानों से कावड़िया जितने भी हमारे भाई हैं वो सामान ना लें, मगर कावड़िया नहीं चाहते ये. मगर एक साधु संत हैं जो मुजफ्फरनगर के, वो एसपी को कहते हैं वहां के कि आप ऐसी एक वो बनाइए, अपनी जो भी आपकी वो है कि गाइडलाइन बनाइए जिसकी वजह से यहाँ पर ये इस तरीके की नाम लोगों को लिखना पड़े. तो मैं कहता हूँ ये संविधान के भी खिलाफ है. फिर जो है कानून जो है वहाँ का जो शासन प्रशासन है और योगी जी की क्रेडिबिलिटी के ऊपर भी सवाल है. अभी तक इस पे इतनी चर्चा हो गई, उन्होंने अभी तक उन अधिकारियों के जिन्होंने ये जारी किया है ये आदेश, उनके खिलाफ अभी तक किसी तरीके की कोई कार्रवाई नहीं हुई. उनके खिलाफ कानूनी कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए, उनको तुरंत हटा देना चाहिए. ये संविधान के खिलाफ बात हो रही है और जबकि कोई भी इस पर 100 नोटिस नहीं ले रहा. मैं अदालत से अपने सुप्रीम कोर्ट से कहना चाहूंगा इस पर जरूर संज्ञान लें और इस फैसले को जो है वापस ले.
हाजी जी, आपसे एक सवाल है लेकिन मेरा, अगर पुलिस ने क्लैरिफाई किया है देर शाम को कि ये वॉलंटरी मूव है, ये कंपल्सरी नहीं है, ये वॉलंटरी मूव है, पहली बात. और दूसरा ये भी कहा जा रहा है कि वहां के अगर दुकानदारों ने इसकी कंप्लायंस कर दी है और इसको पूर्व में जो घटनाएं वहां हुई है उसके मद्देनजर किया जा रहा है, तो एक तरह से क्या इस पे ऑपोजिशन एक तरह से पॉलिटिसाइज तो नहीं कर रही है इस पूरे?
देखिए, मैं माधव जी अभी मुजफ्फरनगर से ही आ रहा हूँ, वहां पर ही गया था, मैं लोगों से भी मिला. वहां पर जितने भी दुकानदार हैं उस रूट पर सबके नाम लिखे हुए हैं. ये जो झूठा और नैरेटिव फैलाया जा रहा है कि वहां पर नाम नहीं लिखे होते, पता नहीं होता, वो मुसलमान होते हैं, हिंदू के नाम से रख लेते हैं. आप और मैं बैठे हैं और हम कोई पार्टनर ही करते हैं. अगर आप अपने धर्म की पूजा करने लगे, मैं अपनी नमाज पढ़ने लगूं, आपको क्या दिक्कत होगी? कह रहे वहां पे जो है धार्मिक जितने भी हमारे साधु संत वहां के जो लोग हैं वो कहते हैं कि उन्होंने जो वहां पे मूर्तियां रख रखी हैं और हैं मुसलमान. अरे भैया, कोई अगर मूर्ति पूजा करना चाहता है तो वो अपना करिए, मगर ये जो बार बार मुसलमानों को टारगेट करना. देखिए, बुलडोजर की कार्रवाई की गई, एनकाउंटर की कार्रवाई करी गई, उसकी बुनियाद पर यूपी में नहीं पूरे देश में जो है भाजपा को नकारा गया. इसी वजह से जो है आज बैसाखी की सरकार देश में चल रही है. तो ये दिखाता है और फिर ये स्टैंड भी चेंज कर देते हैं, यू टर्न ले लेते हैं. कल योगी जी ने यू टर्न ले लिया बुलडोजर की कार्रवाई.
हम कहीं से कहीं और पहुंच गए,
क्रिएटिविटी और
हम कहीं से एक बात से दूसरी बात पे पहुंच गए. बट लेट मी ब्रिंग इन रोहित.
कैसे फेलियर हो रहा, कैसे भ्रष्टाचार हो रहा है,
ओके, there's a history to this.
उन पर बात होनी चाहिए ना.
एक सेकंड हाजी महरदीन जी, let me bring in Rohit back. Rohit, there's a context in which all of this is happening. The context is in the past the UP government has banned the halal label. There is also, as far as the Kavar Yatra controversy when flower petals were showered, etc. There is a history to this, and which is why perhaps there is also some sharp reactions coming in today. Would you say, Rohit?
See, there is a history to the ruckus also. There is a history also that lot of issues have came up that after eating a food, when person came to know that the owner is Muslim, then he creates a ruckus there. He says that my religious this have been hurt. So sentiments have been hurt. And who is talking? AIMIM, whose party's name itself contains Muslim. They talk only about the Muslims. They have clearly said, I will not talk about Hindu. So, do you think these people will talk something which is neutral?
बार-बार हमारी पार्टी के बारे में कह रहे हैं कि उसमें मुस्लिम नाम
नहीं, भाई
लिखा
साहब,
है।
आपकी पार्टी के
आप
बारे
ये
में तो
सुनिए,
बोलेंगे ना,
वो
जब आप
संविधान
अपनी
के अनुसार
नाम
पार्टी
का
बनी
नाम
हुई
के
है या
अंदर
आपके
से
अनुसार पार्टी
मुस्लिम
बनी हुई है?
हटाओ ना।
आप कौन होते हैं
नहीं,
हमें बताने
मुस्लिम
वाले
हटाओ पहले।
कि आपके
पहले
में मुस्लिम
अपने
लिखा है?
नाम के अंदर
आप
से
कौन
मुस्लिम
होते हैं?
हटाओ।
अरे
नहीं,
कौन होते हैं
अच्छा,
आप?
अपना नाम लिखने
अभी
में
तक
आपको
तो आप
शर्म आ रही
मुसलमानों
है।
की फेवर ले रहे
दुकान
थे।
पे
कल
नाम
से आप
लिखने
अगर
में क्या
आपकी
शर्म आ
पार्टी
रही है, भाई
अलायंस में
साहब?
जुड़ जाती
ये
है
तो बता दो।
भाजपा के साथ में,
भाई
और आप
साहब, अगर आप
खुलकर
हाजी
मुसलमानों
हो
की
तो
मुखालफत
हाजी
करते हैं,
के
फिर
नाम
निकालिए
लो।
अपनी पार्टी में से।
वन बाय वन हाजी महदीन वन सेकंड, नहीं ऐसे
आप
नहीं,
चाहते हैं देश में
ऐसे नहीं, एक एक करके,
हिंदुओं को डराते हैं कि 14 से पहले
एक एक करके हाजी महदीन,
हाजी महदीन नैरेटिव सेट करते हैं।
हाजी महदीन वन सेकंड, लेट हिम मेक हिज पॉइंट, ही वाज स्पीकिंग, लेट हिम कंप्लीट हिज पॉइंट, फिर आप जवाब दे सकते हैं उसका। आप उनको जवाब तो देने दीजिए। रोहित
माधव, ये सिर्फ एक किसी धार्मिक आस्था को आहत ना पहुंचे, इसलिए ऐसी व्यवस्था की जा रही
कांवड़ियों को कोई विरोध है? आपके पास कोई सबूत है?
ये गलत बात है, ये गलत बात है।
सरकारें जो है,
हाजी जी आपने अपनी बात रखी, नहीं ये गलत बात है, मैं अलाउ नहीं करूंगा, मैं अलाउ नहीं करूंगा। आप बजट आप इस तरह डिरेल नहीं कर सकते। प्लीज लो मिस्टर हाजी महदीन, आई विल हैव टू लोअर योर फेडर इफ यू डू दिस। आई एम नॉट अलाउइंग एनीवन टू इंटरप्ट, आई विल नॉट अलाउ यू ईदर।
Telangana has also refused you. Do you have courage to go against the Kavariyas? These people are following their religious activity. They are following their religious some sort of mela is there. What is the problem that you write your name on your shop that you are the owner of that property? Like कागज नहीं दिखाएंगे और नाम लिखने में भी दिक्कत।
ओके, अब आप जवाब दीजिए हाजी महदीन।
देखिए, मैं बार बार कह रहा हूं, नाम सब लिखते हैं। आप लोन लेने जाएंगे, जब तक आपके पास कारोबार नहीं होगा, आपके पास कोई फर्म नहीं होगी, वो किस नाम से होती है? वो तो जेन्युइन होती है ना। ये मैं बार बार कह रहा हूं कि आप लोग ये नैरेटिव सेट कर रहे हैं। जमीन पर जो कावड़िया है, मैं मिलकर आया हूं आज वहां से, आप तो शायद नहीं गए होंगे, आपको वक्त नहीं मिला होगा, मैं मिलकर भी आया हूं। उनका कहना कि हमें कोई ऐतराज नहीं है। ये तो सरकार का एक एजेंडा है, जिसको जो है बार बार वहां के प्रशासन जो है उसको उनके साथ मिलकर काम कर रहा है। मैं कह रहा हूं ऐसे तुगलकी फरमान को तुरंत वापस लेने चाहिए और योगी जी को तुरंत इस पर एक्शन लेना चाहिए। जो भी वहां के शासन प्रशासन है, जो इस तरीके की गतिविधि कर रहे हैं, जो संविधान की धारा 17 के खिलाफ है, ऐसी कोई गाइडलाइन बनाते हैं तो उसको वापस लेना चाहिए। इसलिए हम इसका विरोध कर रहे हैं। इसको अफ्रीका में अभी आपने बताया, और जो है जर्मन वहां पे हिटलर के समय में भी इसका नाम हमारे ओसी साहब ने बताया, मैं नाम लेना नहीं बताना चाह रहा। तो ये सारी चीजें ठीक नहीं हो रही देश की। आप देश के कारोबार को खराब करना चाहते हैं, देश में
सवाल आपका बीजेपी से है, मैं बीजेपी के प्रवक्ता को रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा अब आपका जवाब दे। कौशल कांत मिश्रा।
माधव, मैंने बहुत देर से सुना, मेरे रंगरेज भाई बोल रहे थे ये संविधान की धाराओं के खिलाफ है। ये संविधान की 3 धाराओं की बात कर, राइट टू नो एंड राइट टू कंज्यूमर का जो आर्टिकल है 1986 के तहत ये वैलिड है। अगर ये इनवैलिड है तो ये जाकर के कोर्ट में चैलेंज करें और इसको स्ट्राइक डाउन कराएं। पहली चीज। दूसरी चीज, बार बार हमारे किसी मित्र ने बोला कि हलाल सिर्फ फूड में नहीं होता है सर। मैं आपको बताता हूं, हलाल रेजिडेंशियल कॉम्प्लेक्स बनाया गया है चेन्नई में, पहला हलाल
हलाल कहां ले जाते हैं, टारगेट करते हैं, आप भी तो देखिए ना।
आप जवाब दीजिए ना, डिबेट हो रहा है, आप जवाब दे सकते हैं, आप जवाब दे सकते हैं, आप जवाब दे सकते हैं, और लोग भी जवाब दे सकते हैं, सबको मौका मिलेगा, लेकिन तभी होगा जब एक ऑर्डरली वे में डिबेट होगी। कंप्लीट योर पॉइंट मिस्टर मिश्रा।
हाँ माधव, अगर ये लोग हलाल इकोनॉमी पे सवाल नहीं उठाते हैं, जो कि टोटल कम्युनल इकोनॉमी है, उसका पैसा टेररिस्ट एक्टिविटी में लगता है। इंडिया में जमायत उलेमाए हिंद नाम की संस्था प्राइवेट एजेंसी है जो हलाल सर्टिफिकेट देती है, वो टेररिस्ट के लिए फाइट करती है।
तो फिर
और मैं साफ बता रहा हूं, एक तरफ तो नाम लिखना, नहीं बताएंगे, धोखा देंगे, नाम रखेंगे अपने ढाबे का शिव।
Okay, let me bring in Lokesh Jindal on that note. Lokesh Jindal, you know, the entire question is this. The entire question is this, that should there be equality or not when it comes to matters such as food habits, and particularly when it comes to religious yatras such as the Kavod Yatra. You know, there are some serious concerns, because what we've seen the BJP also say time and again is that various opposition parties, from the DMK to the Samajwadi Party and even the Congress Party, there have been allegations time and again that their approach has been against the Hindus. This is something that has been consistently said by the BJP and is even being said in this context. Your response to that, Lokesh?
No, absolutely not, Madhav. If you're talking about the Constitution, Article 19, Clause 1G,
gives every individual a right to practice any profession, trade, and occupation. And if you are considering, if you look at it along with Article 21, the state can certainly bring about certain limitation like a technical qualification. But in this particular order, the qualification is you have to be a Hindu only. Now, this is against Article 15, Clause 2, which prevents any form of discrimination solely on the grounds of religion. So Article 14, right to equality, Article 15, Clause 2, Article 19, Clause 1G, along with Article 21, and moreover read Directive Principle of State Policy, Article 39, Clause A, which gives every citizen right to adequate means of livelihood. I don't understand why hasn't the Allahabad High Court still now struck down this form of an order, because it is against fundamental right of every citizen.
Have you approached the Allahabad High Court?
Samvidhan,
has somebody approached the High Court, sir?
Sorry?
No, you're saying you don't understand why the High Court has not struck it down. Have you approached the High Court? You're as free as anyone else over here is too.
No, the point is this particular order is draconian and it is depriving individuals of their fundamental rights.
Okay. Ishkaran wants to come in on that. I'm going to allow him now. Ishkaran.
Thank you. Madhav, because on your debate, Mr. Jindal and before that Mr. Rahman very specifically was saying how is halal meat prepared. So I will read now from Jamaiya Ulma AI Hind Halal Trust, its conditions of what is halal meat, because we are saying nobody should be not given a job, it is discriminatory, it is wrong. So their condition, a certifying body's condition is halal slaughter man must be a Muslim. So when you can have exclusive certificates based on religious processes of making meat, then please a standard much lower of just displaying your name, which is in accordance with the prevalent rules and the laws. Please don't have a hypocritical debate of how this is incorrect.
Yes, Atikur Rahman. I want Atikur Rahman to come in on that. Atikur Rahman.
Ishkaran, my answer, Madhav, is not answered yet. If I am so religious in these affairs, am I ready to give an undertaking that if in an emergency I meet
you're bringing in two issues again. Mr. Atikur Rahman. Mr. Atikur Rahman. You're bringing in two separate issues. You're connecting two unrelated issues.
If you are a religious person, give an undertaking.
I will answer.
Give an undertaking.
No, his question is about... Okay, Ishkaran wants to respond to. Yes, Ishkaran.
I'll answer. Madhav, can I? Mr. Rahman, you are an Islamic scholar. That's how you come on debates. It is unfortunate that in the earlier part you said non-Muslims can make halal meat. The certifying agency is saying something else. Do a simple Google search. It is not my words, it's the words on the net. So if on food, we are talking about food, you can have exclusively halal certified, which signifies it is done in XYZ manner by a Muslim man. Then to say UP government doesn't have the power as a matter of law to say people display their names, display their names voluntarily, that is a debate where you kill Ganga Jamuni, you take advantages of all laws available to you, but when equality is brought into law, you start having problems and you start talking about accidents and blood transfusions. Stick to food. Stick to food, stick to what you are allowed to do. Why are other citizens not allowed to have the same rights to do the same thing? Why are they not allowed to do the same thing? And they are doing a much lower pedestal. I would urge the BJP spokesperson, 1 second. I would urge...
One by one. Mr. Atikur Rahman, let's not do this. Let's not do this. Let's go one by one, please.
To have this law across UP. It should not be in one region. It should be across UP. Consumer has the right to know. He has the right to know it's halal food or not. He has the right to know the shopkeeper's name. He has the right to see the health certificate. He has the right to see the name on the health certificate.
I'm going to allow
right to see the GST.
I'm going to allow Kaushal Kant Mishra to answer that. Why not across the state is a question coming in from Ishkaran. But also, let's not say ye log and make communally charged statements, Mr. Kaushal Kant Mishra. Let's be a little calm about the language that we're using on national television. Now, please answer what Ishkaran was asking you.
माधव, I just said that ये लोग मीन्स जो यहाँ पे डिबेट में बैठे हुए हैं उन्होंने हलाल फूड के समर्थन में है और हलाल फूड की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं. हलाल इकोनॉमी इज नॉट ओनली हलाल फूड. halal hospital is there, halal residential complex is there, halal dating app is there. Everything is making halal.
But the question being asked by Ishkaran and earlier by Vivek Silas is, why is it selectively implemented if it's such a big concern? One second.
My question is that,
why is it not being implemented across UP is the question to you, sir. Please answer that. That's okay. I got your point. You made these points earlier in the debate. Both Ishkaran and Vivek Silas are saying, why not across the state?
Yes, Madhav, I am here to defend my party decision. I cannot force my party to do something new. Okay, I can only defend what has been done by party and what action has been taken. I am just a spokesperson. I will defend what has been done by my party, and it is very clear. And my ideology is very clear that if somebody is not opposing halal certification, he cannot oppose anything.
Okay, Vivek Salas.
First of all, the Bharatiya Janata Party should, terminate Mr. Mukhtar Abbas Naqvi. And I would like to talk about Mr. Rohit Agarwal. अरे रोहित जी लगता है आप अपना होमवर्क करके नहीं आए हैं आज. बड़ा दुख है. पिछली डिबेट में मैं आप ही के प्रवक्ता के साथ बैठा था, अनिल दुबे जी के साथ. उन्होंने मुझसे कहा कि ये उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार का सबसे दुखद और सबसे खराब डिसीजन है. आरएलडी ये चाहती है कि इस डिसीजन को तुरंत तत्काल वापस लिया जाए. या तो आप गलत बोल रहे हैं या आपके पिछले प्रवक्ता अनिल दुबे गलत बोल रहे थे. आप दोनों पहले इस बात का फैसला कर लीजिए. आई थिंक द भारतीय जनता पार्टी शुड फोकस मोर ऑन the development of Uttar Pradesh, the paper leaks, the problems of farmers, the jobs, the youth. We are not talking about that. Because the Bharatiya Janata Party has nothing else to do, the Bharatiya Janata Party leaders themselves are blaming the Bharatiya Janata Party that they are incapable government. It is a scared government. It is a failed government. Okay. That is why such things are happening.
Okay. RLD is confused. The government should focus on development rather than emotive issues. Please respond to both those points, Rohit.
देखिए, बिल्कुल स्थिति बिल्कुल साफ है कि विवेक साइलस जी बिल्कुल अपोजिशन का जो रोल है उसको अच्छे से निभाने की पूरी कोशिश कर रहे हैं.
अनिल दुबे को बाहर कर दीजिए ना,
उनको बोलने दीजिए.
एक बात, अरे सुन तो लो सर. देखिए, अभी लोकेश जिंदल क्या कह रहे थे कि साहब राइट टू बिजनेस यहाँ पे चैलेंज हो गया है. अगर आप अपनी दुकान पे अपना नाम लिखते हो, दैट इज अ टैक्सेशन लॉ that you have to write the proprietor's name on the on your business. What is the problem? I don't understand. And then he was saying कि अगर बैंक से लोन लिया है तो अगर बैंक से लोन लिया है तब भी आपको अपनी दुकान का ट्रेड नेम और अपनी दुकान का नाम प्रोप्राइटर का आपको लिखना ही लिखना है. If government is imposing that law, है ना, what is the problem? और आप ये क्या चाहते हो, वहां पे दंगे हो? आप क्या चाहते हो कि वहां पे कोई भी बंदा आए उसकी रिलीजियस सेंटिमेंट्स हर्ट हो? नहीं, what do you want? You don't want the government should be proactive that if this could be an issue, that just writing your name on your own business, you feel shy.
Okay.
That means you have
fair point. Let Lokesh respond to that now. Let Lokesh respond to that. Lokesh.
Sir, there is no law which makes it mandatory that the firm has to be registered in your family name, in your name, or has to do anything with your identity.
भैया ये
Secondly,
नहीं कह
what
रहे
you're talking about the GST number, wait, sir, I know, sir, I know proprietary act and law better than you.
I have not
please, sir. Please.
Okay, Rohit, let him make his point. You can rebut him. Let him make his point.
Nowhere it is mentioned. With respect to the GST number, it is only on the basis of compliance norms, so do not mix these two issues. When we are talking about adequate means of livelihoods, it is not only an individual's right, but it is also a directive that has been issued where Supreme Court in the Olga Tellis case had clearly stated that the state has to make adequate provision and it cannot deprive any individual from adequate means of livelihood. So over here, you cannot justify this action or this law that has been introduced by the Uttar Pradesh government.
Rohit.
This is a mandatory action by GST department that you have to display your trade name, you have to display your proprietor's name or a partner's name, you have to display your GST number. You can go and check your facts on our panel. The lawyer from Supreme Court is sitting. You can recheck with him on our panel.
Lokesh, why do you have to talk? Let's not talk over each other, please. Lokesh, let him conclude. Yeah.
Lokesh, don't be confused. Don't be confused like Rahul Gandhi, your leader. be little polite and please understand this, that there is a law from our taxation department that you have to put your trade name on your business, you have to put your owner's name on your business, you have to put your GST number on your business as well as your address on your business.
Okay, let me
check with,
let me ask Ishkaran to play umpire on that.
The Supreme Court lawyer is sitting on the panel.
Ishkaran, two very opposing views. There's no need for a name legally. There is a need for a name legally. Ishkaran, please throw some light.
Madhav, let's be on the first principles. I think nobody has answered the halal point. I read it, how halal food is to be prepared. All the arguments of right to livelihood, why don't they apply to halal meat? Why doesn't anybody answer that? Now let's come to the second aspect, which the BJP spokesperson has clarified, that it's a voluntary step. Can you stop me from putting my name, Ishkaran Singh Bhandari, outside my house? If I want to put my name on if I was a shopkeeper, if I wanted to put my name outside my shop, or I wanted to put my name outside my dealership,
they're saying it's voluntary. That's the point he's making. He's saying it's voluntary. There's no compulsion.
We have to have a debate in the circumstances. One second. We have to have a debate in the circumstances we are having. The police has already clarified it's voluntary. But even in compulsion, you have to put your certificates on your shop, on your health license, on your GST certificate, on your trade license. Everything has to be displayed. The consumer has a right to know. I do not know why you are objecting to it. Why are people objecting to we will not show our citizenship paper in some other context, or we will not show our name? And once again, I'll just add one point. How many cases we see where people don't display their name, get into a relationship with a woman, and leads to criminal cases later? Why are people shy of hiding their name? Whatever be your name, display it in every context.
All right, let's leave it there. Ishkaran Bhandari, Dr. Kaushal Kant Mishra, Rohit Agarwal, Vivek Sailas, Lokesh Jindal, Haji Mehruddin Rangrez and Atikur Rahman. Just a week to go for the Kawad Yatra. Already the political controversies have started. I'd like to thank all of you for joining us on debate number 1.